Hello, 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 and welcome to this stream where we are going to talk about chakras. Chakras, energies, 3D, 4D, 5D, differences between the energy systems and what they actually mean for us, for our health, for our emotions, for even for our thoughts. Because the energy systems are extremely important, and I would like you to know what is going on with you. Also, if you follow, of course, you can use the chat, and in the chat you can ask me um, for free diagnostic. So let's start. What are the chakras? Me personally, I believe that there is no person in the world that doesn't know what chakra means, and I don't talk about what the word means, that is a wheel or a circle, right? But from the spiritual point of view, no, but even from a general point of knowledge, like a common knowledge, everybody knows about the chakras. They're everywhere in the internet. You saw probably a lot of different pictures, usually pictured like this one, a person in a lotus pose, meditating, and those different circles going up with different colors that have their own meaning as well. In a way that there is a color therapy, you can heal yourself even with the clothes that you are wearing and their colors, but for that a bit later. So the chakras are energy centers, and every energy center, every chakra has their own name, usually in Indian language, and like samsara, right? Or Vuduhushna, and so on. And they have names like 100 petals lotus, and so on and so on. Also, the chakras are connected with our elements, like the fire element, wind element, water element, earth element, and the ether, the five elements. Uh, so, like, I don't know even how to explain that because it's absolutely prima vista talking, right? But the Chinese medicine, Ayurveda, chakra system, Reiki, if you want, quantum physics, even normal physics, medicine, psychology, everything is connected with the chakras. Yesterday, when I made the I Ching reading for a couple of zodiacs, I was thinking, like every time, even when I use I Ching and I see the hexagrams, I can see the issues with the people, where they have to pay attention to so they can change their life. Again, the chakras are something that are strongly connected with our health. And now let's start slowly. We have hour and a half to talk about all the chakras. And even though you can see 10 chakras on the screen here on that picture, right? We are going to talk about more of them, maybe around 20 different chakra centers that we have. And from now on, instead of using chakra, I will just say energy center, because I really want you to kind of make the connection not exactly with the spirituality, but with your health, with your health and with your life. And energy center is kind of more easily accepted as a common understanding for the people. So as you see on the picture, right, 10 of them. This one, the very first one, let me make it bigger for you, is the Earth Star chakra. Yes, there are few even deeper in the earth, but they're not that affecting our bodies, our health in many ways. But this one is very important because it is the straight connection with the second one, with the root chakra, the red one, and they're very important for our existence here on this plane on 3D Earth. And by saying 3D Earth, it's only because I will make a distinction between 3D, 4D, and 5D, because we have different type of people already. Yes, surprise, absolutely. It was a very big surprise for me as well when this happened, but for that a bit later. So, Earth Star Chakra is the connection with the Earth. We being Earth beings, having the same chemical structure as everything around us, or physical appearance and so on, right? We share the common elements. I am not an Earth. I don't know very well the physics and the chemistry in details, right? So just like listen to what I say with a very simple words, and if you are more knowledgeable, you will know what I'm talking about. But this is the basic understanding, I believe. So we are created from the same things. Doesn't matter what you think, carbon and all the elements, or really very deeply going into the physics with the light photons, and we being particles of life, of light, or even empty small black holes. It doesn't really matter. What matters is that we are sharing absolutely everything, and this is our connection with the earth. Not exactly because she created us, though if you believe that we are made from ground, right? And somebody blow alive to us, that's okay, absolutely. Again, the connection with the earth stays. Earth is the one that makes our survival. We cannot survive without it or without her. Okay, so we need the air, we need the water, we need the food, and the food is produced from earth. All the plants, all the vegetables that are growing there, all the animals that are fed from the ground, and including us, everything is connected with the earth. So when we lose that connection, and we stop remembering that the earth is our base of survival, then we start getting sick. We are losing our roots, basically. And when people are talking about grounding, and this is usually coming from the healers, especially the Reiki healers, right? They have to root themselves really very deeply into the earth, connecting with it, and taking energy from earth itself for protection, for balance, and the other energies, the Reiki energy that is going from above, doesn't matter where it's coming from. If you want, it can come even from the space, from the cosmos, right, or from the sun directly, or from the source. It really doesn't matter. They make that balance between two energies, the earth energy and the celestial energy, let's say, so they can be balanced, and then they become more stronger, and then the healing is happening. If they don't do that, the energy becomes weak, and basically they can't do that. So this is the grounding, connecting with the earth, understanding that the earth is our mother in a way that without her we cannot exist. Without her we couldn't be born here, in a way, right? Like very, very allegorically, of course. So, yeah, losing that connection with the earth itself and stopping recognizing her big part of our life leads to disconnection and leads to stopping the flow of the energy that we need for our balance because we need the both types of energies. The first four, for me not three, are everything that is connected with this life here, what we are doing, how we are doing it, what we want, our problems, everything, our health in general, because we are starting from down up, right? And the upper chakras that are connected with the source, the other type of energy, even if you want a Reiki energy, Ki, Chi. Many cultures have almost the same word for it. Those two energies are very important to be in balance in our bodies. Yeah, in our physical bodies. We are not talking only about the energy bodies because everything is connected again. So when we are losing the first one, that is this one, and it becomes nothing or is very small, right? Then we are losing the connection with that energy that is very important for our bodies, and all other chakras start be not where they must be. Here they can move, right? They can become something different, they become too big or too small, because every chakra has their own position that they have to have, and their own size of energy. So this was about the Earth Star Chakra, how important it is for us. So now start with the normal ones, and again we are starting with the first one, the Root Chakra, and this is the survival, in a way, our actions, what we are doing, the survival on Earth, not based on food and breathing and drinking water, but safety, to stay alive, basically. And this chakra is very interesting because every fear that we may have, even if we don't consider it as a fear, again, on a very deep level, it is to be afraid of something, to happen, to not happen, right? We are going to talk about that, affects that chakra. And when that chakra is not where it should be, or bigger enough, then we start struggling in our life. It is affecting our legs, pain in the joints, a lot of other symptoms like hips being destroyed, the knees being in pain, we can't run, we can't go on the stairs, and things like that, the ankles, for example. All right, all of this is because we are not rooted in our life. There is a problem that we have in our survival, and the survival on a subconscious level is always a fear of death. Yeah, I know. It's a lot of people will say, "Oh, but I'm not afraid of that. That does nothing to me. It's a normal cycle." Or we are born, we are living, we are dying. It doesn't matter what people believe in consciously. The subconscious is the one that is ruling most of our actions, impulsive actions. When we are under stress, how we react to the problems, right? So if that root chakra is not balanced and is not connected with the other one, the earth star chakra, or connected to the earth, we are losing our grounding. And when we are losing our grounding, the energy doesn't flow and we start having problem in our life. When we are talking about manifestation, because yes, in a way, we are manifesting everything, right? This maybe will be another talk for another another chakra stream, because they are very important for your manifestation and getting your wishes come true. Um, so when that chakra, the root chakra, is not balanced, then we cannot manifest what we want. Why? Well, because we will stop ourselves of taking the actions, or we will be lost what action we can take to make this wish to come true. It's really very basic. It's nothing that is a woohoo or a big spirituality talk or something. Yes, I know that the chakras usually are connected only with the spirituality, and of course they are. Of course, they are very important for spiritual growing, for understanding, for a deeper understanding of everything around us and beyond us, for understanding of the invisible field around us. But in the same time, it's a very basic thing, and when you get the simple logic in the chakra system and how it is working, then everything becomes really easily understandable. So the root chakra is the one that is keeping our fears from our childhood, from our culture, where we been born, how we've been raised, the understandings and the wrong beliefs that we may have, all the superstition that I believe, if not all, most of the cultures have. And I will give you a lot of um, a lot of examples from my own background, and how we have a lot of superstitions, um, to just see how they are connected with your habitual life, right? Without even thinking. So all of this is in the root chakra. So from a mental and psychological point of view, the root chakra is very important for our thinking and perceiving the things, right? How we understand what is going on around us through the lens of fear. And on a physical level, the legs, like anything that you may have a problem with, the legs, muscles, tendons, joints, is coming from unbalanced or disbalanced root chakra. The second one, I will make that smaller. The second one is this one, the sacral chakra. The sacral chakra is our ability of creation. And when we are talking about creation, we are not talking only about procreation. We don't talk only about sex and sexual life, right? As most of the people are talking about that chakra. No, that chakra has a lot of more meaning. It is our creation as ideas, is our business as well, because a business without ideas cannot be a business. You have to have a strong idea. Operation with money for your business as well. The money are not connected only to the root chakra as a survival, but the ideas of how you are getting those money, your wishes, your desires, your fun, your joy, your expression as such, as an artist, let's say, everything is in the sacral chakra. So when we are talking about I want to go out and have fun, right? Instead of just going to work because you need to work, doesn't matter how evolved you are still here and you still need to go to work and still need to earn money. But instead you're following only that desire to go out, to be with friends, to have fun and so on. That chakra is not balanced. Yes, I'm sorry to say that, no. But the balance is, yes, I'm going to work and after I have the fun. And not because somebody wants to stop your freedom, it's only because this world right now works in that way. If we change the world how it works and we don't need to go to work to earn the money to pay the bills and so on and buy a food, right? Then yes, you can go and have fun all the time. But that's an extreme kind of example. But the artistic expression of the person is not only to be an artist. You may not be able to draw or make music or write books and stories, and you still will have ideas. You still will want to create something, and this is the point of the creation. Creating something comes from your ideas and wishes, what you want to do in your life, who you want to become, right? And this, of course, will lead to how much money you will earn and how you will manage those money in your life. Are you going to save them, buying something, or having more fun and rest and going on a holiday, or buying a house, or creating a family, or just keeping your family safe and provided with everything? It doesn't really matter, but it's your idea for creation of this money, for creation of your life, how your life wants to be. Right? This is from the psychological point of view. And here we start having issues when people are stopped of become who they want. Imagine a person that is coming from a poor family, right? And they don't have money nowadays to go to university, and they really want to become a doctor, for example, and they are really very skilled, but for some reason there is no tuition program, there is nothing to help them, so they can't. So they stop going to school even before higher education, right? College. Yes, this is the word that I'm looking for. So they don't go to college and they stop before that, right? This stays in their sacral chakra for a long, long, long time. And it will affect them. The chakra will be small and it will be somewhere. We will be talking why I'm moving everything on the right side. Alright? Not on the left, but this is a different topic. So we'll be somewhere there. So not being balanced, and let's say the root chakra also will be somewhere. And this one will be or small or even invisible. You see already the energy is not going straight, but is moving around. And when it's moving around, it loses its power. And the organs that are behind those energy centers are not fed with that energy. So instead we are feeding somewhere here and feeding somewhere here, somewhere there, or sometimes even is so far that is not feeding anything in the body. So what this means is, first, that person will never follow their wishes because they believe or they're afraid that they can't, right? Again, it's like basic about saying, no, we don't have money, you can't go, or believing that only because this person doesn't have money cannot go, cannot learn, cannot make anything, doesn't matter what they are working right now. They are not following their ideas and their wishes for creation, and the creation doesn't happen. And they become even more giving up on their dreams, more losing that sparkle inside of joy. One of the examples, the other can be just person doesn't want to go out, believing they don't have friends or they can't have fun with anybody, and so on and so on. So the many examples, but that's the basic one. From the physical point of view, when this energy center is far away from the body or not in the center, the down part the low part of the body starts having issues. With the men is the prostate, right? The procreation system, having sometimes, yes, some men report issues with sexual life, right? Women cannot get pregnant or having problems with their ovaries or womb, hormonal disbalance, right? After it comes the digestive system and the intestines problems, getting a lot of fat around, right? Getting heavy, becoming overweight. Because it depends, of course. Some people may become really very what is the word? Very thin. But in that case, then this chakra, even though might be in the center, will be really very small. So the organs again cannot feed properly. So all the issues with the lower body, right, from your lower back and the belly and the procreative system, right, comes from a sacral chakra that is not maintained properly. That we have issues there. Are we following all the ideas that we had? And here I want to say, idea is idea, a desire is desire, unless it doesn't lead to something extremely bad, like hurting somebody else or hurting the people around you with your ideas, right, and the way how you're leading your life. You have to try. Really, you have to try to create your wish, to try to make what you want, to have that experience, to know to what can lead. Again, saying, if it's not leading to something extremely bad, right, losing a life or really hurting people, losing people around you, and so on. So with the consideration how your actions and your wishes are affecting other people around, and are you becoming just a user and egoistic person who like expects everything to come from outside and you never do anything for anybody around, right? Or by trying something and you failing, right? You are really hurting somebody in a bad way, right? Try. There is nothing bad in wanting to do something and not succeeding, because not every idea leads to great success, and nothing is depending only from you. You are connected with other people, even with your wishes and joy and having fun. If you don't have friends, how you will have fun out, right? In a disco, I mean, and not just having fun by yourself. So you need friends. And it is the same when you want to create a business, for example, that is a creation and is an idea and is a wish, right? You need more people. You can't solely depend only from yourself. You will depend from your family, your friends, co-workers, new people, support from somewhere, right? A very basic example. I started this streaming yesterday, so I wish to find more people. So my idea of why I'm doing that, to have some success. And here we are not talking about, oh, I will become a great, very famous, making huge amount of money streamer. No, we are talking about some income, of course I want, because I'm jobless right now. But I want to share that information. I want people to start thinking about themselves in a different way, to be more more creative, more taking action in the right direction. And meanwhile, on the process, if I earn money, yes, it's good, of course, because we need money in this world, right? Everybody needs money, and nobody can give everything totally for free because they need to survive as well. And everything is energy. So, an energy that needs exchange. So, when you are creating something and you have a wish and idea, you need that energy to go somewhere and to take some energy back. And this is the success, right? You're giving your energy, you're succeeding, you're taking back energy as money, as pride, as whatever it is. The reason why you are wanting that usually is money, right? So, but you can't make it yourself because as bigger the project is, as stronger energy you need, and you may not have that energy to make it yourself. So you need 2 people, 3 people, 5 people, right? So you have to make connection. Your relatives, your friends, new people, and so on. Okay, but all of them have to have that proper energy system so they can redirect that energy in the right way, right? Okay, so this was about the sacral chakra. Now we are coming to the solar plexus chakra. It's a very important one. It's basically who you are, it's your true you. And you can't be your authentic true you if those chakras down are not balanced, because you will be lost, you will not know what is. Usually, such a big chakra like this one that I'm showing right now, will come with a 0 Earth star, a huge also root chakra, usually it will be here, and a very big sacral chakra as well. Why? Because this big chakra, the sacral chakra being so big, shows a person who is extremely egocentric. It may not be egoistic, that there is a difference between those two words, but extremely self-absorbed. A person who is thinking only about himself, then his wishes are big and they're only his, and he does everything possible to create them, not considering other people, and the wish for money, the greed will be there as well. And the greed, right, may not be only money, may be everything else. I saw people who have those type of huge chakras, first 3, and that are extremely oriented to fame, for example. No, I want to become somebody. I must be somebody important. I must be that big influencer, let's say, right? And yes, usually is connected with the money, of course, but the pride of who they are, creating an alter ego that might not be them, right? And hence we have a lot of people that are posting just for the sake of the post, right? Or reposting, or whatever they are doing, really, with misinformation. Because they want to be there, they must have followers, they must be somebody important, and for them, they don't care what information they share. If it's a trend, they will make up something. So this is people with a very disbalanced ego center, ego system, understanding who they are and their actions. So the solar plexus is about taking action or not taking action. Do you know who you are? Are you okay with who you are? But the real you, not what other people told you are, not what teachers and parents taught you to be. who you are really in the core of you. Because let's say a friend or a bully at school may tell you that you are fat and ugly and you can't become anything, but actually you know that yeah, even being fat and ugly, whatever that should mean really, because there are no ugly people, all right, um, you are smart and you can become somebody. You want to become an engineer and you are great with mathematics. So this should not affect the understanding and the trust in yourself, to affect your self-esteem. So the self-esteem should not be boosted absolutely unnecessarily and should not be squeezed unnecessarily. So again, here we are talking about a balance of understanding who you are, taking the actions that you can do and you can take, right? Not flying around and saying, yeah, I will do that and all will be good, right? Again, considering, are you able to do that? Do you need help? As we said, nobody can do anything without help with other people, because we are living in society, right, in communities, in friendship and so on, families. So nobody can do absolutely everything alone, and to be left alone only because they have some idea, right, and other people don't understand that idea, for example. But are they able to do that action? If I want to jump from my window to the tree in front of me, in my imagination, I'm flexible enough, young enough, right? And the tree is very close, I can. Can I? Or I will just drop like a stone 20 centimeters away from my window, right? Something like that. Something like that, considering who you are, knowing yourself and accepting yourself. And if you don't like what you are, change it. Everybody can change if they want to change, if they are not afraid to change, and if they are not lazy to change. Yeah, the laziness is coming also from the root chakra, by the way, something that I always forget because it's a peculiar thing, right? But everybody has some laziness in them, right? Some procrastination and some like, okay, today I'm really tired, I will make it tomorrow. So the solar plexus, yes, the center of your being and who you are. That's from psychological point of view. From physical point of view, it feeds your lower back, your stomach, your liver, your digestive system, your pancreas, your gallbladder, and your, what is the name? Spleen. So, as you see, those organs need a proper energy. When this chakra is really small, right, and we have a very low self-esteem or not taking action, when we should, procrastinating a lot, usually we get at least gastritis, if not ulcer, too much thinking, too much worry, too much everything without any action leads to problems with digestive system, leads to problems with other organs, right, and hormones as well. Because when the liver and the gallbladder don't give the enzymes for the food to be digested, right, we are not getting anything from that food. The food goes to the belly becomes bad, we have a bad bowel movement, right, and after we just feel sick, right? So again, everything is connected very much, absolutely. And I will give you examples. We are going in the next days and the next streams, we basically are going to talk about specific cases of different people, so you can see and understand how this is affecting the physiology and the psychology. Did I miss something here? No. Let's go to the heart chakra. Oops, not this one. This one. The heart chakra. The heart chakra is not only the center for loving others and others loving us. Is not do my parents love me and I love so much my sister, right? It's about you as well. Do you love yourself? How you love yourself? What are your expectations from yourself? Do you have really very high expectations to yourself, always to be this and that? Do you love people only when they have money or possessions or anything material? Or do you love money who have authority only and the power, right? And do you want to be a person like that, or you want to use them, right? So everything comes from how we perceive ourselves. Again, because all the chakras are connected. If you have a low self-esteem, you will have a low love for yourself. You will not take care of yourself. Doesn't matter what are the reasons. You may have money and you still will say, no, I can't go to have a massage, for example, because I have to pay money, and this money I have to collect, because what if tomorrow I lose my job and I can't pay my rent, let's say next month, right? Not taking care of yourself. You want to make your hair, for example, or go somewhere, and you're like, no, I'm not going there because I may not look well after, but I really want it, but my face is not for that, and this and that. Like, when you start making excuses for something that is beneficial for you, then we are talking for a lack of self-love and self-care, self-neglect. Sometimes it can be laziness as well, though, right? But let's not go there. So the self-love, how you love yourself, and why it's important. Many people may love you and put you on a very high place in their life. If you don't see yourself worthy of that, you will not accept it, you will not understand it, and you will push those people away. And you will make them sad. Not because you don't love them, but because you don't believe them. And you don't believe that you are something because you don't see it. So you see, if your sacral chakra is not balanced and you really don't know who you are, you can't create that self-love as well. You will not see your own worthiness, your own price, even if you want. So you should love yourself, you should care about yourself, and the love must be proper. You should not love and praise yourself only when you made something and you had a success. You have to be gentle and loving yourself even when you are failing, even when you made a mistake. There is a lot of lessons behind the mistakes, right? But we should not lose that love to ourselves, because what we are if we don't love ourselves in a healthy way, again I'm saying in a healthy way, you should not love only yourself and everybody else to be like a speck on the earth, right? This is coming from a very bad egoistic ego, right? But you have to know yourself and to love yourself and to take care of yourself, and then you can love in the same way other people. Probably you heard that. I'm repeating it very often. You love others as you love yourself. And I will give you an example. If you love yourself only when you are succeeding, you will love only people and praise only people that are succeeding. You will be angry and despising people that are losers. Yeah, that cannot create what they want. People that are not successful in their life. Those are the losers, right? And you are the winner, or the others are the winners. So no, this is so wrong. And doesn't matter if the person from your point of view is a loser or a winner, both of those people need the same care. They need the same things as you do. So we should never distinguish people in that way. Loser, winner, mediocre, whatever. Now everybody needs the same amount of love. And sometimes the loser needs more love and more attention than the winner, because the winner made their actions, good actions, bad actions, but they reach the point that they want. And the loser one is the one that doesn't know how, still have dreams, still have wishes, still want to create something, because we all are creators and we want to create all the time, but not in that wrong way, like we are creators and we are going to create worlds or something, right? Or change the reality around of us because we are creators and we are equal to God. No, we are creators because with our actions we are creating what is happening in our life, and this is the manifestation, basically, coming from all of those chakras before that. So love yourself in a right way. Love yourself in any way. Doesn't matter what is happening. First you love yourself, and after you love everybody else in the same way, without those expectations, wishes. And now the parents, for example, are very affected, right? Usually are the parents those that their heart chakra is usually somewhere, oops, not this one, on the other side is small, right? When they have a problem with their male kids, because it's the right side. Or if they have a daughter, then it will be on the left side, because they are caring too much about them and they don't care about themselves. They are giving everything for that kid and they don't care about themselves. Hence, the parent becomes very quickly very sick, and the expectation from the kid to take care of the parents, because they gave too much, right? So again, it's an energy exchange. During years and years and years, the parents are giving their energy and everything to the kids, so they can grow up, so they can have, so they can succeed, absolutely forgetting about themselves. And at some point, only because of that, right, too much giving, they need that energy back as an exchange. So the kids need to start giving back to the parents and start looking after them, helping them in many ways, as they can, of course, because let's be frank, right? Doesn't matter how much one parent looks after one kid, the kid may not become that successful businessman full with money, right? And it's not the money the only one thing that the parent needs when we are talking about taking back the energy, right? And making that exchange. Sometimes the parents just need talking to them, sharing information with them, making them stay calm, not worry about the kids, right? To know that the kids are really doing well, doesn't matter prosperity or not, right? But to be safe for every parent, normal parent, I will say, not egoistic, not power driven, not money driven parent, the most important thing is their kids to be healthy and alive, nothing else, right? So they want to know their kids are alive and doing well, and they cannot imagine it or just believing in that. The kids must call them and say, yes, I'm okay, even if it's like every single day. Doesn't matter how much information the parent needs. Right? You can't leave the parent just wonder about you and believing like yes, and or hiding, because you will need help from your parents as well as they need help understanding new things. Nowadays everything is changing so much, right? And supposedly the kids are more in tune with the changes and new technologies and everything, so they have to be able to teach their parents as the parents taught them before, right? Now is the reverse. The kids are teaching the parents with the new technologies and helping them, and like really kids have to be very patient, because with the age our ability of understanding lowers. Yeah, it is a hormonal issue, to be honest, right? It's not because our brain it is different or sick or whatever, though there are some diseases like that, of course. But the main thing is we get tired and everything is so different, so we need help sometimes to understand the things, and the kids has to have the patience to. But this is again the heart chakra, right? It's again how you show love to people around you. Some people show their love just by saying it. Oh, I love you. Yes, and that's it. And that must be enough. But not showing that love by caring, by helping, by thinking, by doing something for that person that they love. And yes, they may deeply love that person and not be able to live without. I'm not saying it's just words. Is sometimes, right, we need to show things. We need to take action. So the heart chakra is really, really very important, because this makes the connection with other people as well. If you want to have friends, you have to love those friends, you have to like them, and they have to love and like you back as well. Otherwise they will be not friends, right? They will be something else, acquaintances, or I don't know, a game buddies, people that you're going and just play games with them, are fun buddies. Nothing but in that. But the expectations from those friends that you have that are just game buddies, right, should not exceed more than having fun, having games, playing games, right? And because the connection is different. And is a very sensitive chakra. When is disbalanced, on a physical level, we start having a problem with our heart on the first place. And here I'm not talking about palpitations, but a weakened heart, like some other issues with the heart, right, like arrhythmia and things like that. And the lungs and the back, the spine, the upper part of the shoulders as well. All of this comes from the heart chakra when it's not balanced, and we need a lot of energy there. A lot of energy, more than other chakras. I will show you at the end how the chakras must look like normally, instead of those pictures that you're looking in internet. So you see how much energy needs all the organs and things like that, and our heart being basically a motor, an engine, right, needs a lot of energy. A lot of energy. So we looked at the psychological part of the heart. Also the depression, anxiety is in the heart chakra as well. When the heart chakra is not balanced, the depression in many different ways, because depression may not be only laying down in the bed and not wanting to go out of bed, or sitting in front of the TV and just eating bad things, right? Or not wanting to go out or something. It has many different phases, and sometimes it's really very hard to catch. But depression, anxiety, all of that fear that is squeezing your heart, and panic attacks and things is coming from a weak heart chakra. We will have a lot of cases to talk about. Let's go to the next one, the throat chakra. The throat chakra, here it is. This one, the light blue one, is about talking, about telling the truth, or lies, white lies, bad lies, good lies. Truth as you know it, as you understand it, and the self-talk. The self-talk, I believe, sometimes is even more important than are you telling the truth to other people. Because it's again connected with the other chakras, with the other energy centers, right? Surprise. Surprise. If you are full with fears, and you don't believe that you can create your wishes, or you don't want to follow your wishes, and you have a low self-esteem, and then your self-love is not there, so you have a bad talk. I'm idiot, how stupid can I be? You moron, what you did, and so on, right? Like, look at yourself, you're fat, ugly, look at your hair, doesn't look like anything, what is this nose? So all of those bad talk that you don't say this to other people, you don't talk to other people saying like, look at my hair is so bad and my nose is so ugly and I'm total fucking idiot. Sorry. No, you don't say that, but you are talking to yourself. All of those chakras that are not good. And the other way around, again, is this balance when the chakras are too big and again, all over the places. Oh, I'm the best, I'm absolutely a hero, I'm amazing, everybody loves me, and this and that. So the self-indulgence, the egocentric, selfish, right? Talk to yourself that is not true again. Because you are nothing more than somebody else. You may be more successful, but doesn't make you different than anybody that is cleaning the street. Right? It's just you have success, how you made it. Maybe your parents were rich, maybe you were just lucky, or maybe you work out your ass and you did it, right? And the other person can't. So you don't need to look over him and say like, I'm here and you're down there. So this is a bad talk as well, because it's not the truth. Again, you may give credit to yourself for what you did, right? But this should not make you talk to yourself in a way, I'm the big deal and nobody else is, right? And again, in this way, those people are saying, no, I'm the big deal, and do you know who am I? Saying that I love so much. Yeah, do you know who am I? Do you know who you're talking to? Do you know who is my father? Yeah, so talking, but also this is connected with how the person perceives the reality, and this chakra is strongly connected not only with the down chakras but with the third eye that we are going to talk about after a few minutes. Perceiving the reality and telling other people what you see and what is real for you, and they not seeing it real, doesn't mean that you lie per se. It's just your understanding of the situation, is what you see in that event or what is happening around you or in your reality. Again, at some point we are going to talk about what means I have my reality and you have your reality. That is so wrongly distributed in internet nowadays and for a very long time. We have our reality that we are sharing, and it is, and everybody has a slightly different reality because of their way how they perceive that reality, what is happening with them. It doesn't mean that, oh, if I don't want a certain person in my reality, they stop existing. No, they're there. Or if I close my eyes and I just don't see the TV in front of me, it doesn't exist. No, that's a BS, right? Everything is existing, is there, is your way of perceiving that reality. I don't want that person to be in my life around me. I don't want to see them. Yes, I forget about them. They don't exist, but they still are there. They still are alive, thank God, right? Because we don't wish ill anybody. They are just not present, but it doesn't mean anything else, right? And what happened between you and that person is something that happened between you, and your understanding of the situation is this, and their understanding of that same situation will be different because they are perceiving their reality and understanding the reality in a different way. So unless we make a very good communication between each other, we never are going to have the same understanding of what is happening. They've been raised in a different way. They have their own fears, own wishes, own ego, own heart issues, right? Own self-talk, and you have yours. Unless you are not balanced, you are not going to see one event in the same way. Yeah, it's that simple. Different chakra system, different energy disbalances, basically. Yeah, so the throat chakra is about talking, and you're talking what you know in the way how you know it. And it will be true for you, and for somebody else may not be true. Right? And here we are not talking about I'm explaining the energy leak because we are leaking energy. After tomorrow we are going to talk about that, for example. Leaking energy, and I'm explaining it like the, you know, electricity leaking out of the cable. And my son will be like, but that's so wrong. It's not that. Yes, but this is my understanding because, well, I don't understand too much of electricity, right, and cables and things. And for me, if I cut the cable, really the electricity may leak down on the floor. Of course not. Not that stupid, but um, you see what I mean, right? Knowledge and ability to explain, of course, and understanding how you understand the things. If for me it's more understandable to know that electricity is just leaking on the floor, well, let me be. There is nothing but in that, but it doesn't mean that I am lying when I say that we are leaking energy, right? It's just a different thing. And yes, you can correct me if you have a better analogy, and you understand how the things are working. I will accept it and I will start using it. So let's stop with the throat chakra and go to the third eye. It is a very peculiar thing. So the third eye, as an energy center, not as a pineal gland that is in your brain and is a physical thing. As an energy center, is only about understanding and perceiving the reality around you. Only that, nothing else. Your understanding and perceiving the reality and the events around you, again, is so much connected with all other chakras, and that is absolutely impossible to not pay attention to them. Again, full with fears, not following your wishes, having a low self-esteem, not loving yourself, talking bad to yourself. All that you see is the proof of what you think. there will be always a proof for your fears, a proof that your wishes cannot come true, a proof that you are nobody and you can't do this or that, a proof that you should not love yourself or that nobody loves you, a proof, well, that there is no proof, but you will just keep talking to yourself bad, or you will keep talking to other people lies, because this is what you understand and see from the reality, and all of this is coming from that third eye chakra. That most of the time is just closed. There is no ability to see the reality in any different way than what the other energy centers show to you. Yes, it is, yeah, it is weird, I know. But this is how we are working on that way. There is nothing else. Or is too much open and you get lost. If you are not a spiritual person, again, I must say, a spiritual person that intentionally opens up their third eye, their understanding, basically, of everything, and then they become more clear and have more clarity, right? Or is closed, and you don't have the understanding of anything, and there are like, why this is happening to me? Well, if you look from a energy center's point of view, you will understand very clearly why something is happening to you, right? But sometimes there are things that must happen to you, want or not, for another conversation, because this is a purely spiritual talk already, right? But the third eye, or it will be moved, it won't be here in the center, but it will be somewhere, and your point of view will be dislocated. It will be not like you will be looking at everything that is happening around you from a totally wrong point of view, wrong angle, let's say. And of course, the wrong angle makes a different understanding, and understanding, well, most of the times is not the right one, so it will be incorrect. But there will be a lot of talks about the third eye. Again, a very big distinction. This is an energy center. It has nothing to do with the pineal gland, right? And someday, when we are making the spiritual talk about the third eye especially, then we will know why the pineal gland as a third eye that everybody is talking about, right? And third eye energy center are so important to be in synchron, and why so many people report, I opened my third eye and I started seeing scary things. Yeah. Basically, the pineal gland is working anyway, right? There is nobody that doesn't have pineal gland working, and I don't know how much I have to stress that. There is nothing that you should do opening that pineal gland. There is a point of balancing your third eye as an energy center, making it big by understanding, right? But this is coming only with the proper balancing of all the chakras. If you are disbalanced, imbalanced, right, and you want to use your third eye that is already open and is there, because otherwise you will not have the ability of thinking, basically, right, or any sense of, oh, some things can happen, that is called intuition, that is coming from the third eye as well, right? You start to use that ability of yours that everybody, every single person in the world have. Yes, you will see all your fears. You will see the ghosts of dead people. You will see dragons that are attacking you, and so on and so on. Whatever you are afraid from, all your child nightmares will become true in front of your eyes. Yes, that's because this is what you are going to do. You are imbalanced, you are full with fears, you are full with wrong beliefs, and you are opening something that is already open, but you start using it prematurely and not when you need to. If you need to use it at all, you know, because if you don't want to really, it is advisable, of course, but if you are a person that don't want to have connection with your guides, for example, or galactic family, or talking directly to God or the source or the creator or whatever name you have for that, right? You don't need it. You need a proper intuition if you want to operate properly in your life and lead your life in the path that you want to go. But this is the third eye energy center and your intuition. As big and balanced, as much knowledge and understanding. Again, I'm saying everything else comes with the need of it. Do you need to see and talk to that people? If you want, yes, here you go. You can. Everybody can. Do I want to do that? No, I don't. Do I need to do that? Well, sometimes I want to speak with my mom. And I can when I want. Is it only imagination? It doesn't matter for me because it is enough for me. It doesn't mean that this should help my sister when I tell her that yes, I spoke with my mom and she told me that and I felt this and it was nice and everything. And she's listening and she's like, yeah. Well, it's enough for me to make me calm. Is it true? I don't know. But if I want to make it real, I can, as you can. Everybody wants. I mean, not everybody wants, but everybody can. So, if you want, yes, there it is for you. If you don't want, no. But the balance before that, so you can see the reality, understand the reality, and get the proper information. It's very, very, very concerning when I see a channeler who is talking, oh, so nice things and giving that false hope and everything, right? Or no hope at all and no information at all, like nothing, just an empty talk, right? And they're like, oh, no, I'm connected with Mother Maria, for example, right? And I look at their chakras, and their chakras are all over the places. How you're talking with whoever, you're talking out of yourself only. You're not connected with anybody. And maybe that's why the talk is empty. And maybe, So, anyway, the third eye is very important for our understanding of the life. So, on a physical level, I forgot to say the throat chakra is about your vocal strings, your throat, thyroid as well, very important, and the neck. So, coughing, not from the chest, but just coughing, having a really, what is the word here? Irritated throat, right, all the time. Having problems with your neck. That is not coming from a bad posture, right? Like we have to separate those things. But having a bad neck, right? Needing to stretch your neck or crack your neck all the time. It means that you're collecting energy that should go, so your throat chakra is not balanced, it's bigger than it needs, so you're getting more energy, or you're not talking what you want to say, you're not talking out for yourself. You're keeping what you want to say to other people, right? And there are many other things, of course. Again, with the cases, it will become more clear. And the physical symptoms for disbalanced or imbalanced third eye chakra is problems with your eyes and ears, insomnia, having bad dreams, recurring dreams. I mean, repeating dreams, headaches, migraine as well. I'm not saying nightmares, I'm saying bad dreams. Nightmares is something else, it's a production of the brain on a totally physical level. It's a bad digestive system. If your stomach is not okay, have acids or gases, right, and your belly is not okay, it will create a palpitations in your heart. This is the very first thing why you have a heartburn, yeah, and palpitations. And after, if you sleep too early after eating, or you have just those problems, 99% of the time you will have nightmares, or you will just wake up 100 times and so on and so on. You will overheat and things like that. Yes, it is a hormonal. Yes, it is a hormonal because your stomach doesn't get what it needs to digest the food properly, and after your body becomes weak and you feel tired, and everything is connected. Yes. So let's go to the crown chakra. Now it will be kind of like more fast. The crown chakra is the connection with other people, understanding of other people. And in many cases, if it's too big, is the authority manipulation as a bad thing. If it's too small, it's not understanding at all. So if it's like that, or not that small, but like this, meaning the understanding is really very small, the connection with the spirituality, God, yourself as a soul, and so on. This is a spiritual chakra, right? Spiritual energy center. The understanding is not there. You're stiff in accepting other people's mind, opinion, and so on. If it's too big, then we are talking about manipulation and wanting necessarily to lead other people by your way, they to understand only what you understand, and so on and so on. It might be tilted, then the understanding is coming from a totally different place, again, twisted understanding, not the real one. Might be dislocated, misplaced, again, it has a different meaning, but again is not your understanding, is somebody else giving understanding that is not correct, is not real. A lot of things. The physical symptoms of imbalanced crown chakra energy center is purely hormonal. There are the delusional things as well, some psychological issues, yeah, but most of the time is the delusion of understanding the things, being too gloomy or too hyper happy, right? So basically, when people are using drugs, mushrooms, or all of those type of hallucinogens, right, they're affecting their crown chakra and this type of energy center, and depending of what other chakras as at this state, right, balanced or disbalanced, this is the this is the basically visions that they're getting. Yes, unfortunately. So we don't need any type of drugs and things to get high. To be honest, the feeling of high is just a specific amount of energy that is coming in different chakra centers. But yeah, the hormonal disbalance is coming from that crown chakra as well, because it's operating on the brain, right? And all the issues that we may have with the brain, low memory, For example, forgetting, a lack of concentration. That is not ADHD. Anyway, so most of the times this is coming from a too small crown chakra, not being open for the other possibilities of realities. No, about other possibilities of existence on different levels in this world, like 4D, like quantum fields, like quantum energy, if you want, aliens, other dimensions, where we are coming from, existing of the soul, you being a soul, and so on and so on. All of those that are, yes, in the new wave spirituality. Some are true, some are not true. What we have in the streams usually, but it doesn't matter. Again, I'm not saying I must be 100% correct. This is my understanding. This is my point of view. This is what I learned, right? And if somebody has a different opinion, as far as it doesn't go to bad outcomes for their health and mental health, right? All is good. Absolutely. I don't want to make anybody believe in something that they want not to. This is not my job. My aim for all of this is you to understand how you operate and why possibly you have those problems. It's more complicated than what I'm explaining here, of course. But again, with the cases that I'm going to present to you, probably it will become more clear. And of course, again, it is absolutely free to get a diagnostic here, right now. I need only your name, nothing more. And I will tell you on what state are your chakras. Are they balanced? Are they awakened? Are they not? And so on. We don't have time to talk about the difference between 3D, 4D, and 5D chakras, but we are going to do that next stream, next Saturday. So stay tuned. Okay, so this is about the crown chakra. And the two more chakras that we are talking about this time, the soul star chakra, this one that should be really big. Anyway, this one is the center that makes connection, a better connection with your soul. There are a lot of people that do not have at all that connection because they don't even believe they have a soul. They are just that body and mind. Well, nothing bad with that, of course. But the connection with the soul gives more understanding, more opportunities, and more, how to say, more clarity about our life here, deeper understanding of we didn't live only once on that plane 3D earth. We had a lot of lives, a lot of things that we learned, a lot of talents that we acquired, and all of those talents are kept in the soul. So if I say that I'm a medium, is not because I am a medium like this body and that brain and thinking. I'm a medium because my soul has that talent. If I say that I am healer, doesn't matter which type of healer, right? It's not because that body and that mind is a healer. It's the soul that has that ability and that talent. And as better is your connection with your own self, that is your soul, the true self, the authentic you that you are, not your ego, and not what you think about yourself, but who you are indeed, that is your soul, as stronger your abilities become. I strongly believe that nobody needs a course of becoming a medium. If you have a connection, if you have a balanced chakras and you have a connection with your soul, and your soul has that talent that most likely does, and it's something that you should do in that life, because sometimes our soul path is not what we think it is, then you will just have it. Yes, there will be something that will be triggered in your life, like Bashar came into the life of Daryl Anka because he got kind of led by his spirit guides to go to that event, so that said, okay, I want to learn that, because he didn't know that he already knows it, right? And made his first contact with whoever, and after for so many years he's channeling Bashar collective mind, right? So basically his soul has that talent, and he has a very good and strong, beautiful, proper connection with his soul. So from a chakra point of view, right, Bashar is absolutely brilliant. His chakras are very balanced. He's what I say 4D type of people with 4D type of chakras, and yes, he is properly channeling whoever he is channeling, Bashar or somebody else of that collective. Doesn't matter where they are, but he is legit. And why is legit? Because he has a very strong understanding of his soul, his purpose, who he is. And as you see, the Daryl Anka is a very humble person, a very creative person, following his wishes, creating everything that he needs to create. And he is not like, ill-driven person. Yeah. So this is the soul star chakra. It doesn't have any physical implication on our body. And the last one that we are going to talk about is the galactic gate. The galactic gate is even higher, right? And when you are connected with that, you get the full understanding of this, that we are, how to say, we are part of the galactic itself. You as a soul, as a person, everybody else that is living on earth is a part of that galactic, vast, endless thing. And most of the time, if you make a connection, you will understand that actually you are not a earth soul. Yes, there are many people that are purely earth souls, and a lot of other souls that are incarnated here right now are star souls. They are coming from a different star systems. They are basically aliens. Yes. They are not star seeds, though. There is a difference between being a star soul and a star seed. It has a different, everything is different about them. But with the galactic gateway open, if you want, right, again, it comes a bigger understanding, better connection with everybody and everything around you, with all the stars, even if you want, with the creator, with the source. And if you want, you can make a connection with your galactic family, the origin that you are coming from. So if you are a star soul, means that you are coming from some star somewhere in the vast cosmos, even not in that galactic, not even that dimension. And you are coming from there, and you started reincarnating here for whatever reason. And this kept going for millennia. And you didn't been only here on earth, you've been in a different planets, had a different lives there. And at some point, when you finish what you started by going out of your origin, you are coming back. So the origin, when we are talking about origin, we are not talking about origin as a part of source, of the innate energy that burst and we became who we are. No, we are talking about where you are coming from on this plane, right? And you may be coming from 11th dimension or 9th dimension. You might be aquatic soul, your origin. I have a very, very, very good friend, very close friend. She is, yes, almost aquatic. Has a body, looks like a human, right? Coming from a, I believe, ninth dimension, very beautiful planet, very sunny, very, very nice. Whatever she is doing there, she is doing it, right? But right now she is here. So there, basically, she is dormant. She's basically sleeping, right? And when she finishes what she is doing here or wherever, and after I don't know how many cycles, she will go back home, and this is the home for her. The home is not going back to source. This is the very, very end point that I literally personally don't believe ever will happen, because this is not the point of the source to burst out. Right? But it's constantly and endlessly getting a different experience. Billions, I don't know, Google, endless uh, way of presenting themselves as a souls. So this is the galactic gate, making a better connection with everybody and everything, and the cosmos and your true origin. And now it's 3:30, and this rambling will stop. I hope you liked it. And tomorrow we are coming with auras and talking about auras. And because there is not too much to talk about auras, it will be more cases, most likely. And because it's Sunday, the stream will be shorter than hour and a half. But let's see how long it will be. Again, in my bio, in About Me, here in Twitch, you can find all the social media. That is very new, but anyway, subscribe there, follow me here, visit my website, make the tests if you believe that you need any type of healing. Please order a healing. It's not expensive at all. Really, it's just a support for me and for the energy exchange, let's say, right? But as a human being, I need money as well. So the thing is that it's really affordable. Be in contact with me, subscribe to the Telegram if you want to speak with me, and stay safe and take care till tomorrow.